Hey, what's up everyone, it's Grim here, and this is my kind of first impressions, yeah, I suppose that's the best way of putting it. It's a first impressions video. It's not a review or any of that sort of shit. It's just how I feel as a Call of Duty player playing this game. So I'll start off with the good stuff, and then I'll kind of go bad, and then I'll do a summary. You know how this shit works. So, stuff I do like, the perks. I gotta admit, I was seriously worried when the perks first came out and I saw the list. I was kind of like extremely dubious because yeah, there was Danger Close on there, and there was, you know, Deadeye, and there was that sort of thing. And I was like, ugh, I could really see this being a pain in the ass. Now, granted, I will give you this, that there are very few people that have unlocked, you know, a decent number of the perks. So at the moment, you're still running around with players that only say have 5, maybe 10% if they're lucky of the perks unlocked. So by no means do you get a feel. You don't know whether Danger Close is going to become an issue later on. And I hope that, like Vonderhaar, well, I say like Vonderhaar, they've got a black box where they can see all the data and fingers crossed they actually patch what needs to be patched, rather than like Vonderhaar, where he patched shit that didn't need patching and ignored most of the important stuff. But, you know, that's Call of Duty, they always do stuff to frustrate us, we just gotta fucking get on with it. So, what else? The guns. The guns I really like because they actually feel individual. The guns feel different. It doesn't feel like, say, the FAMAS and the AUG in the very original Black Ops. The FAMAS and the AUG felt like the same gun, they were just reskinned. They don't. In this, each gun seems to have its own identity, and I mean that. Unfortunately, with that, it does bring the issue that some of the gun balance is a little bit out. For instance, the MSBS, seriously overpowered in my opinion. Redunculously so. The is the AX, whatever it is, the last one. Oh, that thing's fucking just chews you up. Some of the some of the SMGs can be really, really powerful. But you know, I'm not talking about, oh my god, it's the UMP45 all over again, or the MP40. I mean, I'm just talking about little tweaks because the guns just feel. And that is my good friend Matt ringing me. And Matt, I can't talk to you right now. I'm in the middle of doing a video. But so what else? Yeah, as I say, the guns, they all feel different, but the balance just needs a little bit adjusting. But the balance will come with time. They'll just, same with the perks, anything that springs up as slightly erroneous, you know, fingers crossed they'll be on top of, and they'll be able to just tweak it to get the feel right. But at the moment, I'm not like, oh my god, this is just, you go up against a guy with this gun, you're fucking ruined. So, and I mean, I like the difference in the guns at the moment. So, what else is there? Map style. Now, I'm just talking about the aesthetics here. I love the fact that we've got bright, different maps. You know, you've got, say, this one here, and the name escapes me. I apologise, guys. I haven't memorised the name of the map sheet. You got this one. You got Firehawk, which is the other small map. They look very similar. They got that dusty feel to it, but apart from that, at least they're bright, at least they're colourful. I love that. I mean, the map look feels really like Modern Warfare 2 to me. You got just bright colours, and it's nice to see. I mean, rather than the same palette of colours being used over and over again. Or, I mean, Black Ops suffered from that. Black Ops, it was like all the same colour. You wanted desperately to have a snow map just because it would give you your eyes a different colour to look at. And yeah, so the style, as I say, I will talk more on the maps later, but the style I really love. The squad system, taking me a little while to get my head round the whole, there's not prestiges and you got these soldiers and that, but I love the fact that you can customise them, and it makes each soldier individual. Now, granted, I play squads a lot. I really, really, really enjoy the squad mode. So for me, the different soldiers and that will probably be more of interest than somebody that's just going to play multiplayer and really it's just going to frustrate them. You know, they're using each soldier to grind out prestiges rather than, I don't want to say immersion or like a single player where you'd actually care about the soldier, but just like playing squads, I'll be interested in tweaking each one's loadout and all that sort of shit. So for me, squads, I love the whole soldier system. But I can see how, for somebody that just wants to do that prestige 1 to 10 grind, it's going to be annoying and frustrating. But I'll stay with that sort of soldier customization kind of thing. The fact that you can tweak the loadout. Now, not the loadout, but the look. The fact you can tweak that, I love. The fact you unlock by doing different things, I really like. And I know that's been done before. Like, obviously, the patches. You've got shoulder patches now, which actually appear on your soldier. I didn't realise that. When you play the game, you actually show off whatever your patch is. And I'm not a huge one for playing a particular way because it unlocks something. I've got a particular way I like to play the game, and that's the way I play. Like field orders. Field orders, if I'm not, if it's like pick up somebody's gun now, I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not going to bother to do that because I've got my loadout. I like the feel. Yeah, I'm a stickler. I'm an old fart, but fuck it. That's the way I play. But for instance, there's like the Air Force beret you can have, which is like the burgundy kind of beret of the paratroop regiment, and I love it. But you got to get 350 kills with rapid fire, and like straight away I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the MTAR out, I'm going to put rapid fire on it, I'm going to get 350 kills because I want that beret. And I like the fact that by doing different achievements you get a visual representation, and there's not as many as I thought there was going to be. I was kind of hoping for, and I granted, because it's out on current gen as well, it limits the amount of space and data that they can actually use. But for instance, if you guys remember from Modern Warfare 2, you had, I think it was like kill the whole enemy team within a certain amount of time, and you got a little emblem which was a necklace of ears. Now I was hoping that, for instance, you killed the whole enemy team within 20 seconds or whatever, your character could actually get a necklace of ears he could wear. I thought there'd be more in-depth customization like that, which would have been cool. But, I understand there are limitations to what they can do, and if not having that kind of level of customization in there means that, they can easier balance weapons, or they can have maps that have a nicer design to them, then I can understand that. There has to be checks and balances in these things. So the other thing I like are the operations. Now, in Modern Warfare 3 they had this operation system, and it was kind of like, it felt very tacked on. Like, every now and again you'd get 5 UAVs, or run X amount of marathon or whatever, but it felt very, it may not have been, but it felt very last minute. Didn't feel like a real natural part of the game. It's kind of, I hardly ever went to it. Like COD points with the contracts, you could tell the contracts were an integral part of the COD point system. Modern Warfare 3, it didn't feel like these, weekly, daily challenges or whatever were really ever part of the game. It's just kind of, let's bolt this on so it adds a little bit of longevity. In this, operations last for like 2 weeks, or whatever it is. It's like, I can't remember how many days it is now. Sorry. But anyway, they last X amount of time. You get various, squad points for achieving them. You get a little badge, little patch unlocked for doing stuff. Now, you can still do these, even if, like, for instance, a free-for-all with the clown. You don't have to do the operation to get that patch. You can get that patch at any time you want. But it adds a little bit of spice, and an easier way of getting squad points. And it's up to you if you want to do them. For instance, like the marathon one, I'll happily do that. And I'll happily do like the call in 50 dogs, not a problem. The free-for-all one, free-for-all isn't my thing, especially not with this fucking spawn system, but I will get onto that. So yeah, as I've touched on spawns and I've touched on kind of a negative point, I will jump onto the stuff because I've realised time's ticking on. We're already at 10 minutes. I will get onto the stuff that kind of pisses me off about the game. First one, I've talked about map style. Let's get into what I really don't like, and that's how fucking big these maps are. Some of these maps are so tailored to ground war. They're tailored to big games with a lot of people. Now, I don't know whether that's a next gen thing, because obviously, fingers crossed, we're going to have domination, and I say domination, I was going to say ground war on the next gen consoles. But it means that, for instance, there's some games, and I really need to find them so you guys can watch. There are some games where I've done 3 loops of the map, found nobody, and then a guy that is sat in a corner shoots me in the back. And that brings me on to the SATCOM. The SATCOM is the biggest fucking waste of space I have ever seen in a Call of Duty game. Like, it has no fucking use whatsoever. I don't even know why they bothered to put it in the game. Like, if they playtested this in any way, they must have thought, yeah, this is shit. It just doesn't work. I mean, for instance, I'm not even talking about on multiplayer. I've played in squads where a lot of the bots don't have off the grid. But yet, you need to plonk down like 2 or 3 SATCOMs to get a UAV up. Now, that involves working with your teammates. I have no problem with. I like, I play with normally every time 2 other players. So working as a team, as a squad, I actually like, because I do work in that sort of environment. But it's just fucking frustrating. The way they've got the game set up, have the old UAV system where you get 3 kills, you call in a UAV, because you've got off the grid, which makes people fucking invisible constantly. I mean, it's the one thing Black Ops 2 had right, is that Ghost, you had to be moving for that to be active. But yet you've gone back to the old system, then you've compounded the fucking problem by you've got a SATCOM system that doesn't fucking work. It's, you got classes that you start off with off the grid. It's like the first perk people get is off the grid. So why bother to have it? Just that frustrates the hell out of me. I will say that. Then, like, to compound it, when you do finally find somebody on these huge ass maps, and they're sat in a fucking corner, you die instant. You have no chance to react. If you run around, because generally by the time you've done your 3rd lap of the map, you're bored to shit. And that's when your guard drops, and a guy who's sat in the corner with his off the grid on, with his silenced fucking whatever, and you're dead. In the back, you had no chance to fucking do anything, no chance to react. You're fucked. Like, swap my... I tell you, right, I will call in a fucking attack dog all day, every day, if it means I can fucking take the ballistic vest that little fucker's wearing. Because the dog, 5, 6 kills, and the fucker's still coming. He's like the Terminator. Yeah, in the beginning, at the end of the first Terminator film, where they've, like, blown him up, they put the fucking explosive, he's been burnt. Now they put a fucking stick of dynamite in his chest, he blows up, and then his head comes up and he fucking crawls towards them. That's the fucking dog, he does not stop coming. I, apparently, as a fully trained fucking combat veteran in me body armour and all that shit, I cannot take more than a bullet. My dog is built from Cyberdyne systems from the fucking future. I want his flak jacket. If that's what it does, I want it. I'm gonna cut it off of him, and I'm gonna wear that shit myself. Seriously, swap the health. I want as much health as a dog has. He can fucking die. I want the fucking protection. That's another big bugbear to me. It just, annoys the hell out of me. Now, kind of, rather than... I've got one other huge issue, but this is kind of a personal thing. The HUD layout. I don't know why they changed it. I don't know why the kill feed is now in the top left corner. The map doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is about the mini-map, but it just doesn't... There's something, and I can't put my finger on it. The mini-map does not feel right to me. And that might be the fact that I've heard people shooting, and I've seen them shoot, and there's nothing on my minimap. There's like a delay. I don't know what it is, but there's something not working about the minimap. It just doesn't feel responsive. And that might be because I'm used to put a UAV up and it sweeps across, and I know it's going back to the SATCOM thing, but it just... I don't know if the two of them aren't quite working in synergy, or it just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel like the old Call of Duty map. And And I know what people are going to say. Oh, we'll get used to not using the map, faggot boy. No. These are opinions, people. I'm just putting out what I think about stuff. So yeah, the minimap just feels all wrong to me. It just doesn't feel very responsive. I know that's an odd term to use, but it's the best I can think of. And the biggest issue, the biggest one I fucking have, because I know the time's going on and I apologise guys, the biggest one I have is where the fuck are the dedicated servers? All consoles, PC, current gen, next gen, dedicated servers, where the fuck are they? Because I have had constant host migrations. I've had lag, and I know blatantly I'm on what would have been a 2 or 3 bar. But guess what? You took the fucking ping meter out. The fact is, I always hated the fucking 4 bar, 3 bar, 2 bar, 1 bar shit. I wanted a number there. But you never did it. But at least the bar told me what the fuck was going on. You took it out of the game. I've heard people in game, running around going, man, this game works so well. The connection's brilliant now we're on Dedi's. And there's a host migration. We're not on fucking Dedi's, you fucking numpty. Can you not... Just because they took a ping bar out doesn't mean you're on dedicated servers, people. And it is fucking annoying. One of the biggest things that I was super excited about, I was Team Martin level excited about this, was dedicated servers. And I just feel like I have been fucked up the arse by a very angry elephant. And I'm not happy. Now, I'm sorry, guys. I am getting a bit ranty there, and I apologise. But I will say in summary, I'm enjoying it, but I don't know whether I'm enjoying it because towards the end of Black Ops 2's life, I hated it almost as much as I hated Modern Warfare 3, so it's just the fact that this feels different. There's a part of me also that is kind of... I wasn't expecting as much as I had from previous Call of Duty. It's just the last couple of titles have made me cynical. I like this game so far. It may not sound like I do, but I do actually like it. I think, unfortunately, it feels like a camper's wet dream. I know there's a lot of flanking routes and that sort of thing, but there are... I think you wait. When people start unlocking the Semtex IED device and, you know, just more perks come out, more things are available, you're going to see people start to slow their gameplay down, really camp it up. C4 satchel charges everywhere. It's going to be annoying as shit. It feels like that because it is annoying to run halfway around the map to get shot by a guy in the back. So instead people are just going to be, well, fuck it, I'll sit. Now I know this game mode's cranked kind of alleviates that situation. Because if you do sit there in the corner, you're going to fucking explode. But I don't want to play cranked. I don't want to constantly play cranked. It's fun, but I want to play domination sometimes. I want to play all the different game modes. But yeah, I mean, the other thing that's annoying is that some lessons haven't been learned. Things like the scoreboard and old silly little things that you would have thought they'd have learned by now. That every time they do it, the community moans, and they still haven't done it. You know, the scoreboard doesn't show enough data. It doesn't know. You know, it doesn't show. You know, denies and kill confirmed. Things like that. It's frustrating. You know, it always shows your kills and deaths, but it doesn't always show all the other data that goes into a game. And, you know, sometimes that guy that gets the denies and kill confirmed, he's just as important as the guy that gets the confirms. So that's frustrating that they haven't learned those lessons. Overall, as a Call of Duty, yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, but I'm enjoying it so far. But it does feel to me, and I'm not expecting a huge leap, but at the moment it does feel like a stopgap. It feels like we're kind of... Certainly I'm waiting for the next gen and these supposedly dedicated servers. That's going to be the biggest thing for me. I know graphically, okay, it might be a bit of improvement, but it's not going to be a vast change from the game we have now. But for me, it was dedicated servers was the big thing. That was going to be the big change, and it's not here. And until that's rectified, I just kind of feel a little bit cheated, and I feel like I'm now playing this until other things come out, rather than wanting to play this, you know. But fingers crossed that changes. Fingers crossed, you know, it changes, and we get the Dedis, we get all of this good stuff, and we can get the game we wanted. Whether that be in, you know, 2 weeks' time or whatever, when the next gen consoles come out, Who knows? But that's enough of me ranting, guys. Let me know what you think. Put down in the comments whether this is your favourite, worst, whatever. What you like, what you don't like. It'd be interesting to get a feel from the Call of Duty community. Just what you guys think of this latest COD, because it is different. Oh, also, leaning and sliding don't even need to be in the game. My opinion, but... Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Rant over. Sorry about that one, guys. It turned into more of a rant than I wanted, but yeah. Interesting one. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll stop talking now. Catch you later, guys.